Good day, everyone. Today I'm going to discuss or answer different questions given to us by the Mom Venus in the lesson 8.3 curricular modification in basic education in a post-pandemic. So number 1, why do you think the curriculum had changed after pandemic and why do you agree with the changes? Why or why not? The COVID-19 pandemic brought a significant changes in the educational sector and curriculum adjustment are one of them. The curriculum changes aim to address the learning gaps and challenges caused by pandemic such as uneven access to online learning and increase of students' stress. Some potential changes which includes a flexible learning pathway which allows students to learn at their own pace through different modalities such as online learning, modular learning, and blended learning. Prioritizing also the different essential skills which is focusing more on the critical thinking skills, the problem solving and communication skills that are essential for the students in the near future, and also incorporating life skills which um, they develop their time management, self-motivation, and emotional intelligence, which help them to cope up challenges. So these changes, I agree with these changes as they aim to make learning more flexible, accessible, and relevant to students' needs. However, the effectiveness of these changes depends on the implementation and the resources available to support them in their teaching and learning process. Number 2, what learning styles work best for you during the pandemic? How will you use that in your future classroom? For me, the most effective learning style during pandemic varied among individuals. But for me, the most effective learning style is the blended learning, which it combines the traditional face-to-face instruction and online learning. This approach can offer the benefits in both worlds in which we can have a face-to-face learning and online learning, which includes the personalized learning or online components that can tailor certain individuals students needs and learning styles, and also flexibility in which through online learning it can provide a flexibility in terms of time and location, and through face-to-face interaction, in-person instruction can also foster a social interaction and discussion and provide an on-time feedback during the face-to-face interaction. So, in the future, in my future classroom, I would incorporate elements or this different approach or this blended learning. To cater the different learning needs of my students, ensuring the flexibility and accessibility in order to cater the personalized learning plans, tailoring instructions to meet my individual students, their needs and their learning styles, and the integration of technology tools to enhance the teaching and learning strategy, and also to promote a digital literacy in the near future. Number 3, if you are teaching in a place where with weak internet and few gadgets, how would you help your students learn using the new curriculum? If I will be teaching in areas with weak internet and few gadgets, I would focus more on modular or online learning materials by developing printed or downloadable materials that students can access without relying on internet connectivity. And also, community-based learning initiatives, leveraging community resources such as library, community centers to support the learning, and also provide a face-to-face interaction, prioritizing in-person interaction when possible in order to build relationship with my students and to provide support. To ensure the students access in learning materials, I would partner to the local government units, collaborating with these local organizations, agencies to provide resources and support, and also develop a low-tech resolutions or solutions creating materials that can be accessed without relying to advanced technology. And in that way, I can cater or I can help those students who cannot access to technology, or to those students who have weak internet and does not have any gadgets they can use during our discussion or class in order to achieve the teaching and learning process. Number 4, how can you take care of your students' mental health and emotion as a future teacher? Give at least one specific way. One specific way to support my students' mental health is by incorporating mindfulness activities in which I will going to start each day with a brief meditation session or guided relaxation exercise to help my students manage stress and anxiety. And also, I will provide a regular check-ins, holding one by one or providing a small group meeting with students to discuss their feelings, challenges, and concern, and also providing a safe and supportive classroom environment by fostering positive and inclusive classroom culture where students feel comfortable with sharing their thoughts and emotions in the class. And in that way, by prioritizing my students' mental health, I can help them develop resilience, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence in the classroom to have a harmonious and effective teaching and learning process, effective and achievable. Okay, number 5, what are the good and bad sides of using digital tools like Zoom and Google Classroom? How can you make sure that all of your students can access them? Digital tools like Zoom or Google Classroom offer several benefits, including flexibility and accessibility, in which it allows students to access learning materials and participate in class remotely. Personalized learning, in which it helps tailor instruction to meet the different learning needs of the students, and also um, collaboration and communication, in which facilitating group work discussion and feedback through online world or online learning. However, these digital tools can also provide inequalities to since not all students can have an access to it. So such as reliable internet connectivity, some students may struggle access to online learning or materials to participate in virtual classes due to poor internet connectivity. And also, some students do not have access to online devices or technology, limiting their ability to participate on online learning. To ensure the accessibility, I will provide alternative options by offering an alternative way to the students to participate, such as phone calls or online assignments or offline assignments rather, and also work with the community and the school by collaborating with the school or community to address these technological barriers and to provide support for those students who does not have a access to this type of platforms. Number 6, what is the important for teachers to understand laws like RA 10533 and DepEd BELCP? How do this curriculum support changes? Understanding laws like RA 10533 or the Enhanced Basic Education Act and the DepEd BELCP or the DepEd Basic Education Learning Community Plan is important for teachers, as this framework helps guide curriculum changes, in which it provides framework for curriculum development and implementation. Also, it ensures quality education by promoting quality education that is relevant, inclusive, and responsive to the students' needs. And also, it supports teachers' development by providing teachers with the necessary training and support to implement the curriculum changes effectively. By understanding these laws and frameworks, the future educators or the teachers can develop relevant and effective lesson plans, creating lesson plans that align with the curriculum standards and promote students' learning, and also support the students' learning by providing the students with the necessary support and resources to succeed in their studies and in order to achieve the teaching and learning process effectively. Number 7, how will you teach both academic lessons and life skills at the same time in your class? To teach both academic lessons and life skills simultaneously, I would incorporate different strategies, such as the project-based learning, in which I will assign projects that require my students to apply academic concepts to real-world problems, promoting problem-solving, critical thinking skills, and communication skills. Also, providing collaborative learning by encouraging develop a group work and discussion, which allows students to develop teamwork, communication, and conflict resolution skills while learning academic content. And also, letting them to real world application by letting them use real world examples or and or case studies to illustrate academic concepts, helping the students to see the relevance and applications of what they are learning, and also by providing a reflection and feedback by providing regularly asking students to reflect on their learning and providing feedback can help them develop self-assessment and also critical thinking and problem solving skills, and providing them with interdisciplinary approaches, integrate multiple subjects or discipline to promote a holistic and understanding complex issues, letting them foster their critical thinking skills, creativity, and problem solving skills, and also letting them do role playing and simulations through role playing and simulations to lets the students to complex system by letting them provide their own decision making processes, their communication, their empathy, and problem solving skills. By incorporating this different strategies, my future students can develop both academic knowledge and essential skills that they need, preparing them for future in their future endeavors. So those are my answers in the questions provided in the assignment in lesson 8.3, which is the curricular modification in basic education of post-pandemic. That's all, and goodbye.